Have you ever felt like life is just a constant blur of tasks and noise? What if peace, joy, and connection aren't things to chase, but things we can already feel, just by pausing and noticing the present moment? That's the essence of Hibi no Kansha, a Japanese practice of daily gratitude. It's not about doing more, but about noticing the small, meaningful moments that are often overlooked. In this video, I'll show you how Hibi no Kansha can help you reconnect with the beauty in your everyday life, simply by pausing to be grateful for the moments you already have. So, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what in this moment deserves my gratitude? If you're ready to slow down and rediscover the quiet beauty around you, keep watching. What is Hibi no Kansha? At first glance, Hibi no Kansha seems like just two simple words, a phrase you could scroll past without a second thought. It means daily gratitude. But don't be fooled by its simplicity, because behind those three syllables lies an entire way of seeing the world, a way of feeling more alive. You see, we often talk about gratitude like it's a task. Write it in a journal, tick the box, move on. But Hibi no Kansha is different. It's not about doing gratitude, it's about being in gratitude. It's not something you schedule once a day. It's something you carry, quietly, gently, into every ordinary moment. Because here's the truth no one talks about. Most of us have become numb to the life we're living. We go through our routines on autopilot, scroll, sip, work, repeat. We're surrounded by so much stuff, noise, pressure, distraction, that we stop noticing the small sacred things that are still trying to reach us. Hibi no Kansha is a way back to that noticing. It's a form of minimalist mindfulness rooted in Japanese tradition. But it's not about having less to own. It's about having more to feel, more presence, more reverence, more meaning, tucked inside the moments we usually overlook. Let me paint you a picture. You wake up tomorrow morning. You fold the same blanket you folded 1,000 times. But this time, something's different. You pause. You notice the way the fabric feels under your fingers. You take a breath, slow and full. And without saying a word out loud, you think, thank you. Not to impress anyone, not to manifest something, but just because this moment exists and you noticed it. That tiny act, that shift in awareness, that's Hibi no Kansha. It's not flashy, it's not Instagrammable, and that's what makes it real. It's the warm steam rising from your morning tea, the soft sound of the wind brushing past your window, the way your dog leans on your leg while you're reading. Tiny things, barely noticeable, but when you see them, you feel different. You feel home. And here's the powerful part. You don't have to change your life to practice Hibi no Kansha. You don't need a new routine, a new planner, a meditation retreat in the mountains. You just need a question. What in this moment deserves my gratitude? Ask it when you're brushing your teeth, when you're walking to the bus stop, when you're washing the same dish for the 5th time today. Because every repetition has the potential to become a ritual. Every moment, no matter how ordinary, can become sacred when seen through the lens of Hibi no Kansha. And in a world that's always shouting at us to want more, this is your quiet rebellion, your return to what already is. Hibi no Kansha isn't minimalism as aesthetic, it's minimalism as attention, as depth, as the radical act of being present in a life you already have. So before we go any further, take one breath and ask yourself, what am I grateful for in this exact moment? If something comes to mind, no matter how small, drop it in the comments. Let's build a space together where ordinary moments are honored, where daily life becomes sacred again. Because Hibi no Kansha isn't something you learn, it's something you remember. And this is just the beginning. If you're feeling inspired to start noticing the beauty in your own life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join me on this journey of mindfulness, and let's explore more ways to bring peace into our daily routines. You won't want to miss what's coming next. The healing power of quiet attention. There's a reason clutter makes us anxious. It's not just the physical mess, it's the mental weight that comes with it. Every object, every notification, every unfinished task is a whisper in your mind pulling you in 100 directions. Until your attention, your most sacred resource, feels like it's not yours anymore. But Hibi no Kansha offers something radical in today's overstimulated world. A way to reclaim your attention. Gently. Not by escaping. Not by running off to the mountains or deleting every app, but by choosing to notice what's already here. Imagine this. You're holding a cup of tea. You've done it 1,000 times. But today, you pause, you watch the steam rise like a slow dance. You feel the warmth touch your palms. And suddenly, it's not just a cup of tea, it's a quiet ceremony. That shift, that's Hibi no Kansha. It doesn't ask you to force gratitude. It simply invites you to return to yourself, to feel the creak of the floor under your bare feet, to hear the sound of your breath echoing in the silence, to see the morning light sliding across the wall like a painting that's only visible to you. These moments aren't meaningless, they're medicine. They don't distract you, they anchor you. Because here's what no one tells you. Healing doesn't always come in breakthroughs. It comes in noticing. It comes in choosing awareness over autopilot. When you begin to practice Hibi no Kansha, something quiet happens inside you. The urgency begins to fade. The noise in your head, the pressure to be more, do more, fix everything, starts to soften. Not all at once, but steadily, subtly, surely. This is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's not toxic positivity. It's not look on the bright side. It's deeper than that. It's about saying, even in the mess, something still deserves my attention. It's about finding wholeness in the cracks, peace in the pauses, beauty in the background. Hibi no Kansha doesn't ask you to chase joy like it's some faraway goal. It asks you to witness it as it already exists in this breath, in this spoonful, in this second. Because here's the quiet truth. Healing often hides in places we're too busy to notice. And when you finally slow down enough to hear it, you realize it's been whispering to you all along. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, scattered, or disconnected, don't ask, what's wrong with me? Ask instead, what am I overlooking that might bring me home? Let Hibi no Kansha be your way back. Back to stillness, back to softness, back to you. If this idea of quiet attention resonates with you, make sure to subscribe. Every moment of mindfulness can transform your life, and I'm here to help you discover more. Let's continue to find peace in the small things together, bringing Hibi no Kansha into your minimalist life. So, how do you actually live this? How do you bring the beauty of Hibi no Kansha into a life that sometimes feels chaotic, overwhelming, or just too full? The answer is simpler than you might think. It's not about grand gestures or complicated routines. It's about small, intentional moments that help you reconnect with the things you already have. Here are 3 ways to start practicing Hibi no Kansha right now. 1 object, 1 thanks. Every day, choose just 1 object you normally overlook. It could be your toothbrush, your shoes, the remote control, the laundry basket. Whatever it is, pause before using it. Hold it for a second, just enough to feel its presence. Acknowledge it, and then silently say, "Thank you." It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be loud. Just a quiet moment of inward gratitude. This is how you start to reclaim your awareness. This is how you slow down and appreciate the most ordinary things. Imagine it. You pick up your phone charger in the morning. It's a small, humble object that you probably never think twice about. But today, you pause, you notice it, and you feel thankful for the way it serves you, the way it gives your phone life when it's low. That's Hibi no Kansha in action. Small, yes, but powerful? Absolutely. Create a gratitude corner. You don't need an elaborate altar to practice gratitude. You don't need candles, incense, or even space for a meditation room. What you do need is a small corner of your life dedicated to noticing. Find a space, a shelf, a window ledge, a desk corner. Place one object there that brings you peace. It could be a rock you found on a walk, a photo of a loved one, a letter that reminds you of something beautiful, or even a single flower. This is your gratitude corner, a simple space that's free from clutter, yet full of meaning. Every time you pass it, pause. Look at the object, really look at it. Let it ground you, even if just for a moment. It doesn't need to be a big ritual. It's about creating a space where you can always return to presence. End the day with 3 simple words. Before you sleep tonight, stop. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and whisper to yourself quietly, gently, "I am grateful." No need to list everything you're thankful for. No need to search for a reason. Just say the words. Let them sit in the quiet of your mind. Let them echo through your heart. I am grateful. That's enough. It's not about perfection. It's about simplicity. It's about recognizing that the simple act of gratitude, the smallest thought, can change the way you feel about your life. It's enough because you are enough. Minimalism isn't about having nothing. It's not about empty shelves or austere spaces. It's about finding meaning in everything you already have. And Hibi no Kansha is the lens that helps you see that meaning. Through gratitude, you discover richness. Through attention, you discover peace. And through simplicity, you discover what really matters. So, start small. Choose one object, one moment, one breath of gratitude today, and watch how everything begins to change. Not by adding more, but by noticing what you already have. If you're ready to integrate Hibi no Kansha into your life, hit subscribe so you never miss a chance to explore the beauty of simplicity. We're building a community that values peace, presence, and gratitude. You're not alone in this journey. Let's keep going. Let's be honest for a moment. We live in a world obsessed with more productivity, more progress, more perfection. But here's the thing. Sometimes, the most radical thing you can do in a world like this is pause, notice, and say, "This is enough." This is the quiet revolution that Hibi no Kansha invites you into. It's not a task. It's not another item on your to-do list. It's a perspective. It's a way of seeing your life, not through the lens of lack, but through the lens of sufficiency. It turns routine into ritual. It turns scarcity into sufficiency. It turns silence into serenity. You don't need to change everything overnight. You don't need to add more practices or fill your days with even more stuff. All you need to do is look at your life differently. Start today. Start right now. Start with the small sacred moments you already have. You see, Hibi no Kansha isn't about making your life perfect. It's about realizing that your life as it is already holds beauty, peace, and meaning. And sometimes that's all we need. Before you leave this video, I want you to pause for just a moment, take a breath, reflect, and write one thing in the comments that you're grateful for today. It doesn't need to be big, it doesn't need to be profound, just something real. Maybe it's the warm tea in your hands, the sound of your breath, or the fact that for a few minutes your mind felt still. That's all. If this message resonated with you, share it, pass it forward, send it to someone who might need a little quiet revolution of their own. And if you're ready to dive deeper into this Japanese way of living, one that finds peace not in more, but in noticing what's already here, make sure to hit subscribe, because peace isn't found in accumulating more, it's found in slowing down and noticing what is already here, waiting for you to appreciate it. And that's the essence of Hibi no Kansha. Thank you for being here. Thank you for seeing the beauty around you. Thank you for practicing Hibi no Kansha.